I joined the police force because I wanted to help people. I've been in law enforcement for 30 years. Approximately 20 years ago, I responded to a crash one night with two young girls who were speeding down the highway. They lost control, went off the road, wrapped their vehicle around a tree. I was the first police officer on the scene.
I responded to a crash early one morning involving a high-speed collision. A young male driver was traveling at a high rate of speed, went around a turn and wasn't able to make the turn, flipped the vehicle approximately 6 times in a field and was ejected in that crash. And unfortunately, he did lose his life.
One of the young ladies had actually been wrapped around the tree with a truck. Her mother arrived after she had been pried from the wreckage. I actually crawled into the hearse with the mother to have the mother say goodbye. I didn't want her to get in the hearse. She begged me to get in the hearse. I still remember to this day what it felt like to hold that mother in my arms as she bent over and kissed her daughter goodbye.
Had he not been traveling at such excessive speeds, he'd be here today with his family.
I think one of the major causes of motor vehicle collision is speed. I think speed is the major problem.
There were over 15,000 speed-related crashes in the state of Maryland last year. Of those crashes, 110 were fatal. When someone makes a decision to speed, everyone pays the price.
Speeding makes everything worse. It amplifies the effect of all injury. It takes a relatively minor set of injuries and makes them life-threatening. We see the effects of this every evening, every night, every day. And it is a young person, usually, that comes in driving at a very high rate of speed that ends up with very, very serious injuries. Injuries to the chest, injuries to the abdomen, injuries to the brain.
Young people have hardly any experience in driving anyway. And so when they get behind the wheel, they don't really understand the repercussions of speed.
It's always difficult to go tell a mother that their child is dead. It's obviously the worst part of the job. It's particularly discouraging to us when it didn't need to happen. And often if that child has been speeding, it didn't need to happen.
I feel like speed-related crashes are senseless.
Speeding-related injuries are frustrating because they're largely preventable.
We write tickets to drivers to try to educate them in the dangers of speeding.
2714 Caroline. I'm direct. I'll be 1076.
I pull over people for the sake of saving lives.
We're all working towards 0 deaths in Maryland because every life counts.